Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Before we start, like usual, head over to rlrecordings.com if you want to get your song mixed and mastered today. We have, of course, the mixing and mastering services. We've got signature vocal chains of one of the people we're going over today, as well as templates for all your DAWs, FL Studio, Pro Tools and Logic. And might as well head right into it. Today we're having a Tory Lanez session, and as you can see, this is a Tory Lanez. I have no idea if it is a mixing template or a recording template. My only indication of it being more of a mixing template is that there's all of these buses here with choir and piano spelled incorrectly. That's spelled correctly. Anywho, I don't have any of the stems. I don't have any of the vocals. I will not be sending it to you either way. Judging from what's up here, I can only tell that if this was a mixing template, this is where the demo was, as it simply bussed to the master here, while everything else is going through buses and stuff that also ends in the master. So who knows? Maybe I'm talking a load of bollocks. I don't know. First things first, master bus. Oh, if you want to get this, the link will be down in the description below. You're not going to get any of the stems, any of the vocals. You're going to get the template. It will be on BeatStars, and it's not free, but it is free, as it's listed as $0.01. It had to be that, otherwise BeatStars will just not sell it. So it's going to have to be not even a penny, basically, for the entire template. And hopefully everybody has a penny. So first things first, mastering. Luckily, I have this plugin, as we'll get into the ones I don't have. We have Pro L2. It's not doing anything. I have not touched the session. I have not done anything. I have just loaded it up. And this is what the Pro L2 is doing. Maybe it will be engaged after all the mixing's done. I don't know. But it's on the style of modern. Look ahead is done. These are the default. This is default, that's default, that's default. True limiting's turned on 0, and this she just says default. So it probably is the default. And then you got all of these instruments here, which all seem to be going into the music bus, which is not this one. And we got all of these samples as well. All of these samples, this sample and this sample that goes to the music bus, which is, the music bus is here. It's muted, of course, because, I mean, there isn't any stems. And we got a couple of things. There's piano, strings, another sample, and a choir that go into this top end, which is only a multiband doing, I don't know how many dBs, but a little bit of multiband compression on the mids, as that will I'll infuse the highs with more highs, if that makes sense. It will, if that makes any sense. And then we got this plugin. I am very blind. Stereo Maker. It's a plugin alliance plugin. I can tell by the BX there. I have no idea what it's doing, as I don't own the plugin. So if you get this template and own the plugin, you can tell me what this is doing. I don't know what it's doing. And music bus is going to the master. The all Vox. I suppose I should do that before or after the main vocals. Then we got all EFX, which I should just cover first, because these are the EFX. There's the Lexicon. Well, it says Lexicon, but it's got this PCM native plate. I don't own this plugin. I would get the trial to test this out, but unfortunately, this plugin has been discontinued, I believe. So if you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, we don't have it. I suppose there's nothing we can do about it because it's discontinued. Then it's going into this micro shift. Reverb enhancer. I'm pretty sure that's just a preset. Yep, just a preset in the plugin itself. I assume this is, hence the name, is just to make the reverb bigger, because we know how Tory Lanez has his vocals really verby, but still that vocal presence. And for the delay, there's a tube delay. I don't have that plugin. I thought it was a stock Pro Tools plugin, but I no idea if it is or not. I don't own it, but I do own the next two, which is Echo Boy on a quarter note, saturation, groove, feel, doing some EQ, feedback midway, mix, not at 100%. I just moved that. It's not at 100%. That's an interesting fact. No idea if that was a mistake or not, or a purpose-created decision. Who knows? And apparently I need to update my plugins, which I am not doing. You can't make me. And the microshift. Wider reflections. Is that a preset? It is a preset. There we go. Beautiful. And that is the EFX or FX or the sends. It looks like on the main Tory bus here, we've got some automation on this, whatever this bit. As you can see by the title up here, this is either mixing or recording. I assume mixing because you wouldn't record with stems because of latency. So, yeah, this is not even a recording channel by the looks of it because it's not sent anywhere. It's sent to all the E to here. I highly doubt he will be recording into the FX bus, which, yeah, who knows? I don't know. And we're going to go over here because I assume here are the leads. I'm going to enable this. Some inserts cannot be made active. Yeah, I know. Here are the three main recording channels. Maybe he records on this track and then drags down to the other two. I don't know. First things first is just the basic stock Pro Tools EQ. Doing 98. Okay, guess there was some rumble in the mic that the engineer didn't want the autotune to pick up. But unfortunately, I don't have autotune EFX AAX. So if you do, you do. You can tell me the settings. I don't know. I have a fun fact about Tory Lanez. I have no idea if it is true or not. I could be speaking bullshit for all I know. But apparently, when it comes to mixing time, he doesn't melodyne any of his vocals. The only thing pitch correcting wise is autotune. So the more you know, I suppose. And then all of these are finally bust into probably what we all wanted to know personally, and it's his Tory bus. And there seems to be two here. And I can only assume, I was going to say it's because if they don't have certain plugins, but that's not really true because these are here. But it could be true. Is that if when Tory's traveling and he's on tour and all of these things and he wants to record in studios instead of a hotel room or something, or he's in a studio with other people and his engineer loads up his template on the computer at the studio, they're more likely to have these three plugins than these two plugins here, CLA2A and Pro Q3. So I assume these are here in case of that, but I'm not entirely sure because there's no real substitutions for these. Maybe there just isn't, so they're going to take a gamble if they have these or not. Soothe is quite popular. Oh, that's a spoiler there. So who knows? I'll check these out as well. So first things first, he actually starts off with a compressor in his vocal chain, which is always very interesting to see. Just remember, there's no real right way to mix vocals or anything. If your vocal sounds clean and perfect already, just needs dynamic control right at the beginning, just put a compressor, then EQ. It's simple. You don't need to over confuse it. No idea how many dBs this is doing with these settings, but we will try it later when I import a vocal so we can hear what this sounds like. And that's the CLA2A because he records on a Neumann U87, I believe, and that's got a nice 10K boost on that microphone. So I find the CLA2A from Waves is a lot better at dealing with harshness in the high end or very high highs. It's just a nice soother for those types. And EQ-wise, clearly this is a very preferred preset for Tory as it's apparently saved here. Okay. And apparently I've actually got it saved. Aha! Apparently I found this EQ before. Who knows? Or I don't know how. First things first, he's got a lovely 5K boost at almost 5 dBs. I wish I could hear what it sounds like on a Tory vocal, but I don't have any Tory vocals. So this is how he gets that brightness in his mixes. This is how he does it. And then we got a 1.9K takeout. That's probably all of the harshness and everything in a vocal. Sometimes you do. And we got a simple low cut. With these both have dynamics. So it's just picking up anything the EQ misses. And we got, of course, a low cut at 80, which seems to also be doing some boosting as well on this little bit of a low end, which seems a bit weird if you've got this as well, because this one is 115 here, which means this isn't actually doing anything because it's already like here. And we've got this EQ. No idea. Unfortunately, none of us are there physically when they're recording or mixing these songs, so we more have to take a guess or just live in mystery about how things are mixed. So there you go. There's that EQ. We got RVox. This is a very popular plugin, which is probably why these three are here, because these are very popular plugins in themselves, and especially inside of studios. And it's just an RVox. It's just doing some compression. Next is the Mag EQ2. This is definitely for more brightness, because Mag is known for their brightness or air bit on their plugins, but I don't own Mag EQ2. I own Mag EQ4, so unfortunately I don't have that plugin. Again, if you get it, you can check for yourself. Soothe, which I spoiled earlier, but it's on this Vox preset. I can tell because, well, apparently not. I can't tell. It's just called Vox 1, unless they changed the name inside of their session, which is completely possible. But this is just targeting that 4K area, which can be quite harsh on vocals, especially if you boost it. And we got another one at around 230, which is somewhere near a fundamental frequency. And that's soothing all the high end, making sure it's not harsh, hence its name. I wonder... Oh, excuse me, I seem to be doing that along. R-Comp, what's this doing? Quick release and medium attack. I suppose this is just basic compression, I suppose. And what's the EQ doing? The EQ is... I suppose it's kind of doing what this EQ is with the boosting and the cutting here. But unfortunately, it's only a 4-band. So they're boosting here. Because unless... Does this one not go up? Yeah, it can go up, see? And it's already boosted by 1.5 dB. So they wanted more beef. Maybe this is in case he uses a different microphone or something. That's interesting. And I assume the RVox is doing... Yeah, the RVox is actually doing not the same. The gain is different. Or all of it's different, actually. Who knows? No idea why he does that. No idea why that's there. But that's his vocal chain. Next is his ad-libs. There we go. And I assume it's doing a little bit more compression, as ad-libs tend to do, or background vocals, I should say, tend to do, as you want them to be a little bit more inside of the song. Oh, just had to take a drink there. Oh dear. Pros Q3, same. RVox, the same. And we've got Microshift instead on a double preset. All right, I don't know what that preset is doing, as we'll find out. And then this is interesting. This is starting off with the EQ on the backgrounds. Same EQ. Slightly less compression than the first one, with the opposite ones, medium release and fast attack, and RVox not having a gate, but the compression is the same. That's very interesting. And then for the ad-libs, we got the stock BF76, which is the stock Pro Tools compressor. Really good compressor, by the way. And it's got an EQ doing that. It's carving out the highs, carving out the lows, because these are ad-libs. These are definitely trying to go for a telephoning effect, by the looks of it. Right, since we've done all of this, I'm going to quickly import some vocals so we get to hear what this sounds like. Right. Now we have the vocals. No idea which one to put it on, as they all seem pretty much the same to me. So we're just gonna leave it here. Oh, well, no, I thought that was going. None of these are actually going to the backgrounds, which is interesting. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, bless me. Anywho, vocals. Let's see how this vocal chain sounds. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any reverb, as I don't have the plugin. I'm not going to add one because I don't know. I don't know what settings are used.
Okay, don't go back to the old days, okay? I'm always messed up on my own pain, okay? Hey, but I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little. Never feel a high or low, I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a confusing riddle, but every single day I'm solving a little. Still shining, cup the rolly wrist, call it perfect timing. If you say you will, I'll be the alignment. Love is just another high school assignment, yeah.
Very muddy and kind of harsh in the S's is my first takeaway. That sounds very negative, but that's what it sounds like. CLA2A is barely doing even 1 dB or 2 dBs of compression. So this is clearly just trying to catch the peaks. And this is doing the main compression. How much is...
Never go back to my old ways, okay? Don't go back to the old days, okay? I'm always messed up on my own pain, okay? Hey, but I'm trying and I'm trying, but...
Heavy compression. So this is definitely doing it. And if...
Never go back to an angel, she fell from the heavens. Now it's the two of us forever.
Yeah, it's really, and when he gets higher there, you can hear the compression starting to kick in. So that's very interesting. I want to take all of these off. I'm going to keep the soothe there because I assume that's what it's meant to be. Delay is really loud, so maybe they turn it down, or that's how it is, and maybe they add an EQ after. I don't know. Anyway, with the...
Never go back to my old ways, okay? Don't go back to the old days, okay? I'm always messed up on my own pain, okay? Hey, but I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little. Never feel a high or low, I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a...
Before we do anything, we can check how loud the vocals are coming in. My God, I'm losing the plot here. Harmonic modulation, it might be here. No, I don't know where the gain plugin is. That's not very good. It's a stock Pro Tools plugin that can tell you how loud a signal is. I suppose it's not here. There it is. Gain. Analyze. 1.2 dP. That is... I assume that's the loudest point. So that's probably here. So that is very loud. So these vocals need to probably be turned down. You should be aiming at the lowest points, -12. Okay? And no louder than -6, all right? That's a good, healthy level so that when you mix, it can be gained up and not start distorting. And it's slightly better here in terms of how it sounds, but it's still quite muddy as well.
I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a
The
confusion.
vocal itself is already muddy, and adding more low end to a muddy vocal is just going to make it even more boxy and muddy, and you don't want that, but it sounds slightly better. Slightly better. Because this is... How much is this doing? This is actually doing more high end.
I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a confusing riddle. But every single day I'm solving a little.
Yeah, it's just come out a little bit more, but... What are you going to do? So I suppose that's really it. I haven't got anything else to discuss. Actually, hang on. Let's go BG. BG bus. Let's see how
I'm always in the middle. Yeah, my life is still a confusing riddle. But every single day I'm solving a little. Still shining.
Because that's there, that's why.
It's okay, don't go back to the old days, okay? I'm always messed up on my own pain, okay? Hey, but I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little. Never feel a higher low.
Oh, it's just kind of like a little phasiness. Something just to give the backgrounds a little spice, I suppose. And ad-libs. Let's hear what this sounds like. Phenomenal. Well, I clearly don't want to work for whatever reason. Fantastic. Oh, that's them.
Days, okay, don't go back to the old days, okay. I'm always messed up on my own pain, okay. But I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm trying so little. Never feel a high or low.
They sound like telephone. What did I say? Anyway, that will be it for the Tory session, I suppose. Link will be in the description if you want it. I don't own it. I had nothing to do with this. I just want to put that out for this template. I did not make it. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just reviewing it and passing it on because I had a comment on my last video about me not sharing it previously, and he was right because this channel is trying to make everything, the mixing side, a little easier to understand, and it's not this big thing that you just constantly hitting a wall. There are answers and there's a way to deal with things. So anyway, thank you for watching rlrecordings.com, and I will see you all later.